This story shocked the entire world with its brutality. It happened only about 40 years ago. Movies and TV shows were made about it, and yet no one can still fully explain what really happened. This is the story of the Atlanta child murders. And today, we're diving into one of the darkest chapters in American history. I'm Kron, and what you're about to hear will change the way you see this case forever.
July 1979. Two bodies of African-American kids are found in Atlanta. One strangled, one shot. No signs of assault. Both connected to street gangs. The police completely ignore it. Typical gang stuff. But then they find blue carpet fibers on the bodies, and the weirdest part, none of the kids had this kind of carpet at home. The police ignore it again. A month and a half later, another body. Investigations start, but go nowhere. And this was only the beginning. Almost a year passes quietly, until March of 1980, when a 12-year-old girl is found dead. Same carpet fibers, dog hair this time too. The police have no answers. Over the next year, a dozen kids are murdered. Their parents demand justice. The whole city becomes convinced that white racists from the Ku Klux Klan are responsible. But the truth was far more complicated.
10 years before the murders, Atlanta was changing fast. The population was split almost 50-50 between African Americans and white residents, and the dividing line ran straight through the middle of the city. Georgia was once a center of slavery and a stronghold of the Confederacy. Slavery ended, but people's minds don't change overnight. Segregation was everywhere. Hospitals, stores, barber shops, everything separate. This only ended about 15 years before the murders. But even after the laws changed, society didn't. Most money and power was still controlled by white communities. Unemployment among African Americans was 35%. So it's no surprise people immediately blamed white supremacists.
12 dead kids. A killer walking freely. Police with zero progress. Then the FBI joins the case. Not just the FBI, the Secret Criminal Profiling Unit. Their job? Figure out the killer by psychology. The lead profiler? John Douglas, the real-life inspiration from Mindhunter. When they arrived, the death count was already 16. They create a psychological profile, and the entire city is shocked. They say it's not the Ku Klux Klan. Why? Because terrorist groups always claim responsibility to gain attention. The Klan said nothing, which means it wasn't them. The next bombshell? The killer is most likely African American. Their profile looked like this. 1. He seeks attention from children, wants respect or validation. He's unsuccessful, no money, no real education. He's young, under 30. He's obsessed with police and collects police gear. He likely has a dog similar to police canine units. At this point, the whole country is talking about the Atlanta child murders. And Douglas notices a disturbing pattern. Whenever the media announces searches in a certain area, the murderer goes exactly there to commit the next murder. He wants to show he's untouchable. By now, there are 26 victims. Then one night, a police patrol sees a suspicious car stopped on a bridge around 2 a.m. They hear a splash in the water, like something heavy was dropped. The driver's name is Wayne Williams.
Wayne Williams, a 23-year-old African-American man. Polite, calm, cooperative. But the splash under the bridge stays in the officers' minds, and the next day, another victim is found in the river.
While Williams is being questioned, officers search his car. Inside, they find fibers and hairs that match 12 murdered children. He's arrested immediately. Williams grew up in a normal family, loved music, wanted to be a producer. Nothing unusual. Except he was a pathological liar. He once pretended to be a cop at an actual crime scene, so the FBI used that habit against him in court. He's sentenced to 2 life terms for 2 murders. They couldn't prove the rest, even though, by then, 28 kids had been killed. But after Williams' arrest, the murders stop. It seemed like the case was closed, but many parents believed Williams was framed. They couldn't accept that one man could commit so much evil. And remember, this was during Ronald Reagan's presidency, a man often accused of racist views at the time. If the killer had turned out to be white, America could have erupted into racial violence. Another problem? Agent John Douglas himself said Williams was likely guilty of about 11 murders, but not all 28. But the verdict was already set. And the police of that era, they made mistakes, a lot of them. Many innocent people ended up in prison, and we're only discovering those mistakes today. Even after 40 years, Williams insists he's innocent. He still tries to help with the investigation, hoping the truth will come out.
If you watched until the end, you're an absolute legend. Thank you so much for the support. I'll try to upload more often, and every time I'll bring you even crazier, more shocking, and more unbelievable stories. See you soon. And trust me, you're not ready for what's coming next. He still tries to help with the investigation, hoping the truth will come out.